This is video number 35 of this 40-foot aluminum landing craft build. And today I'm just going to do a little update on my 18-foot boat, my skiff. My little river boat that goes on top of the front of the landing craft. So I have 2 weeks and a couple days, I think, before the 18th of April this month, 2016, and you know I'm going to hit the road on the 18th. So just want to show this a little bit. This is, I'm just trying to finish up this 18-footer, and I've got most of my personal belongings inside the cabin. Then I need to put 2 welders, air compressor, drill press, bandsaw, some things like that on the boat, on the front deck. And then I will put this boat on the front deck, and the tools will be kind of down both sides. So I barely had enough angle iron. I used some 2x2 angle iron there and brought it as far as I could. I got some 2x2 angle iron also welded fully. A lot of things on this boat I stitched welded because I'm just out of time and I'm just beat, and I'm kind of going to use this boat kind of as an experiment. I've heard had a lot of guys comment over the last year about stitch welding versus full length welding, and I'm running out of time, so I did stitch weld some things on this boat, but not that's welded full length inside and out, and then the angle iron on the outside is welded full length top and bottom. But the angle iron running down the side, that's been stitch welded, and this top rail, which is it's an extrusion that you can get that'll fit on either 3/16 or 1/8 inch. And what I really like about this is how it will kick the water away. You see that there? That's really cool. It really flares out and looks like it's really going to splash the water away, as it comes up. So I got a bow eye on there. This time that's just 1/4 inch. On the big boat, I did 1/2 inch thick, 2 pieces of 1/4 put together. So I got these caps on here. I just put those on a minute ago. I have 6 more at the back of the boat. I want to cap all that stuff at the back of the boat. Just makes it look a little nicer. Got the other 2 pieces of C-channel in there where the outboard motor will bolt to. And let's come back here. So on the bottom of the boat, you notice I didn't put any gussets along this edge where the bottom meets the side, and that's what I'm talking about. That's part of the experiment. I mean, I'm out of time. I'm really tired from the last year of building both these boats and by myself, and so I'm not going to put any gussets along there, and I'm going to run this boat and see what's going on, see how I like it, see if any welds pop or crack or anything weird, And now I did put one full length, full width bulkhead in up front, and that's basically where it's right, where it starts to turn to go to the bow. Then I put a piece standing vertical, coming back down. Actually, it's 2 or 3 pieces, just easier to do that way. And I let it run back to here. I got 1 vertical there, and then just another piece of that rub rail turned upside down right there. My phone went out of vision. Got a black marker line there where I need to go ahead and put a couple pieces of metal on both sides just to support the piece of plywood that's going to go there. And honestly, I don't even have a piece of plywood. I have a bunch of little pieces of plywood that I might try and splice in there, but you know, it's just getting down to the nitty gritty. And it was really tough getting myself to turn my welder down. I've been welding, you know, the 40 footer, which is out front there, and it's 1/4 inch and 3/16 except the cabin roof, and that's 1/8 inch. But this boat is 1/4 inch on the bottom and 1/8 inch sides, and just really had a hard time. You know, I'm just basically not wanting to turn my damn welder down. I just need to turn it down a little bit more. And you can see those heavy welds right there. The heavy penetration lines where they're almost black right there. That is just on the verge of literally blistering through. And you can see right there, those are a couple blisters. Get a close up here so you can see this. And I can tell you that on the 40 footer, there's not one blister like that anywhere on that 40 footer. But I'm used to welding fast with high heat on that 1/4 inch. And I've turned my heat down and I'm still trying to weld kind of fast, but this 1/8 inch is just so freaking paper thin. You know, all I can say is I need to turn my welder down a little bit more, and I know that, but I went ahead and blazed on anyway. So here's what I'm talking about stitch welding. So here's the theory here on stitch welding. This side's welded, that side's welded. That's the first one. And over here, that's blank. The second one starts there and comes down here, and that's blank. And that one starts there and goes there and directly across, it's blank. So that's skip welding. And the theory is, if this one cracks because this one started directly opposite of it and carries on, this one will not continue to crack. Because that gap in there will let the pressure be released or whatever, and the fact that you have that welded on the other side, you still have one continuous weld all the way, so to speak, even though it zigzags, you know, it's zigzagging. So I don't know, honestly. I did not do that on the 40 footer because frankly I had time. I had a lot of time to do it, and so I didn't do that. I did throw in a piece of 1 inch tubing right here where you can put a plug in right there. And then obviously in the back of this boat, there's a plug space right there, and that's for a bilge pump. But one reason why I did do this is because if water gets in this front compartment and goes down on the side, you know, under the wood, just pull the plug out while you're running, and it'll go to the back, and then pull that plug out, or let the bilge pump run it out. But so that's kind of where we're at on this boat. Like I said, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, three on each side to plug up. Just makes it look better. So I'm gonna just put some little plugs in those, weld it up, grind them off smooth, call it good. So literally we're talking maybe, I mean, there's a lot of things I want to do to this boat. I want to put right there, I want to do a dash on both sides. And I want to do a split window where you can walk through to that open bow in front of it, and or maybe close that bow in, and you can have a little sleeping compartment up there. I have the metal to do it, I just don't have the time, and I've got a lot of things to clean up around here. As you can see, the shop's a disaster. So I'm just gonna put these caps on and maybe put a couple pick points on it, and then get it out front and try and get it up in the air. I'm gonna back that 40 footer up, and at the front of that frame out there, I'm gonna lift this boat up. Wait a minute, I'm gonna back up the boat, the big boat, into the shop, disconnect my truck. I'll have this boat out there, raise it up, and then back up underneath it with my pickup, hook back onto the 40-footer, pull it forward, and then set this 18-footer down on it. And that's the plan, so we'll see how that works out. It's quite a bit of manipulating, but it is what it is. So I'll do another video here in a couple days, hopefully showing this 18-footer on that boat, and get her all packed up and get ready to hit the road. All right, thanks for watching. Drop a comment if you want.